Hey, reseller friends, welcome to our eBay Masterclass webinar. Thank you so much, Kathy, for joining.
It is my pleasure. I'm excited.
We are going to give people just 2 minutes to trickle in, and we're going to get started promptly in just 2 minutes. We'll see you soon. Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our eBay Masterclass webinar. We are here at Vendoo, as you know, are a seller's best friend. We're your go-to platform for online sellers, offering listing and cross-listing to multiple marketplaces, inventory management, profit and revenue tracking, bookkeeping, and so much more. Our team works really hard to create content for the reselling community. This webinar effort is our third in a series where we will really explore one topic. And of course, tonight it's everything you need to know about eBay. As you can see here, we have a special code just for this evening and an even more special guest. With us is Kathy Terrill, an eBay expert, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, hi, everybody. I'm seeing California, Atlanta, New York, Texas. Come on in, everybody. This is great. I'm Kathy Terrill. I'm in New York City. You can see the cabs behind me. That is my neighborhood. I actually live in the Times Square area, for those of you who don't know me. And I'm on eBay over 15 years. I'm a top-rated seller. I'm a shooting star seller with over 14,000 positive feedback. Not only do I sell on eBay, I coach sellers with selling success. I have spoken on eBay selling. eBay has selected me to appear on their podcast. In fact, I was on this week, but I've also presented on stage with senior staff. So this is a thrill. What I am all about is helping sellers succeed on eBay. And for my friends that know me, I'm not a cookie cutter coach. So this is about you finding your way on eBay that works for you, selling what you want, making the money that you want, and of course using Vendoo, which is a great tool. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to answer tons of questions. This is going to be a really information-packed hour all about eBay and Vendoo for you.
Speaking of which, here is kind of our itinerary. We're going to, with Kathy, talk about an overview of eBay, talk about subscriptions, top selling categories, lots and lots of Kathy's listing tips, how to manage your eBay and all the tools and resources provided, of course, how to ship, and how to use Vendoo with eBay. Plus, it wouldn't be a Vendoo event if there weren't amazing giveaways, games, and prizes. So make sure you stay until the end for all of that as well. I'm going to scroll back here just for one moment to remind you that if you are not yet using Vendoo, you can enjoy 40% off your first month's subscription with the code eBay40, all lowercase. Of course, we are featuring Kathy Terrill. I'm Erin from Vendoo. And we want to give a special thank you to eBay for providing us with some swag for today's giveaway. So with that, let's hop right into it. Kathy, we appreciate you joining us so much. And I actually want to start with some super interesting eBay statistics for our users. eBay currently has 159 million active users in over 180 countries. To put that into perspective, that is more users than every other reselling platform that we know of combined. eBay also has the most tools and features, many of which Kathy will explore with us tonight. Top selling categories on eBay are electronics and media, clothing and handbags, jewelry, health, beauty, toys, and games. Kathy, is there anything else you would say is notable about eBay that makes it different than some of the other reselling platforms?
Well, when I think about the other reselling platforms, which are great, the thing with eBay is that truly it is the soup to nuts platform. There really is very little that you cannot sell on eBay, opposed to other platforms are more niched and more specific. eBay really gives you, the seller, the ability to really sell home decor, clothing, electronics. Really, I actually had a friend who just sold a funeral plot. Yes, you can sell a funeral plot on eBay. So it's really interesting the things that you can sell on eBay and that do sell. And like what I was saying to Aaron is, and you're saving these things from the landfill, which is what I love so much. So all of the things that we bring to eBay, we're getting to make money and have a very profitable business. And we're green in many ways. But the big thing is that we're saving those things from the landfill and they are finding new homes. And not only are they finding new homes in the US, they're finding new homes globally because eBay is a global marketplace.
That should have been one of the trivia questions. What's something unique you can sell on eBay, right? A funeral plot.
Isn't that amazing? Yep.
It is.
Yep. And I literally had to look it up because I wasn't aware of it. And it was sold literally within a couple of weeks because it was a little unusual, but I didn't know that you can sell. Don't laugh. It has to be unused. I was checking on that. They sold a funeral plot on eBay and the person buying it was very blessed because it was in a very specific place where they wanted to be able to put their relatives, which was good.
Absolutely. That is awesome.
So you name it, you can sell it on eBay.
So you can sell just about everything from funeral plots to parcels of land to, the more common things that we might be selling.
Yeah.
Is there anything notable? I know there's a long list, but anything notable that's surprising that you cannot sell on eBay?
One thing I did want to bring up, because I know in the Vendoo community, there are Etsy sellers, is that you cannot sell digital downloads on eBay. So truly eBay is soup to nuts, but eBay does not, at this point, you never know with eBay, but at this point, you do not sell digital downloads on eBay, but just about everything else.
That is very interesting. And you're correct that it is a top selling category in Etsy. So that's good to know. Okay, another really common question that's super basic, but kind of confusing is eBay fees. Kathy, help us navigate how eBay fees work.
So I actually took a ton of notes on this because it is a rather complex topic compared to some of the other sites. So basically with eBay, you're either what's called a consumer seller, which means you do not have a store, or you have a store. So I'm going to cover the consumer sellers first. So as a consumer seller, you have 250 free listings every month. With eBay, there's basically two sets of fees. There's an insertion fee or a listing fee, and there's a final value fee. Okay. Now, other platforms, there's no listing fee. The fee is on the back end. With eBay, you have listing insertion and final value fees. So with a consumer account, you have 250 free listings every month. So you can list 250 things every month. There is no fee until it sells. When it sells, you're assessed. It's typically about 12.9, depending on the category, but it's typically 12.9% is your final value fee on your item, again, with a consumer account. Now, with a store, there is a subscription fee, and you're going to get more listings. And there are various tiers to stores on eBay. There is the starter store, which has the same final value fees as what's called the consumer account, but you have the benefits of the stores, and I will go into that, which is eBay gives you a lot of promotional tools. Then you have the starter store, then you have the basic, you have premium, you have anchor, you have enterprise. As you work your way up, it's more and more and more listings. All eBay stores from basic all the way up to enterprise all have the same reduced final value fees. It's about 1% on some of them, like for instance, like with clothing, if I remember correctly, it was 12.9 without a store, and with a store, it's like 12.1. I'll look that up. But they basically give you about 1% off. So if you sell things that are higher end, you can actually make up your money on the store fees by what you're selling on your final value fee. And you get many more free listings every month. And in fact, right now they're giving bonuses for the basic stores on hire. They're giving bonus insertions for your listings. So again, if you're listing a lot, really take a look at doing a store. Erin and I were talking about this because if it's not listed, you're not going to get it sold. And it can be worth it to pay for a store to get that. Or if you're like, Kathy, I really don't want to do a store right now, I don't want the subscription. Once you use up your 250 listing insertions every month, it's 35 cents a listing for eBay. If it's only like $1 more or maybe $2 or $3 more, it can be worth it because again, look at how much money you're going to make when the item sells. So either consumer account, no store, or you with a store. With a store, there is a monthly fee, but there is a reduction in the final value fee. And eBay does give you a full array of promotional tools. And from the basic store on hire, they're also giving you coupons towards free eBay shipping supplies, which sellers love because you could redeem it for eBay tape and eBay poly mailers and eBay boxes. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for that explanation, because right there with what you just explained, I think where you lose some of us, Poshmark sellers, where it's so simple, email labeled to you, no weight, no measurements. eBay couldn't be so intimidating. But I want to clarify one thing that you said. So you talked about, of course, insertion and final value. You talked about how consumer accounts provide 250 free listings. Then it becomes 35 cents. And stores provide more than that, depending on the level. Now, do those first 255 consumer listings or whichever allotment of store listings, 250, do those have insertion fees still that are just reduced or not?
They still have final value fees. So again, you've got insertion fee and final value fee. Everybody pays final value fee. I don't know any way of getting out of final value fees. There are a few ways to reduce final value fees, and if we have time, we can talk about that. But basically on any platform, you're going to pay fees. It's whether you're going to pay it up front with insertion or whether you're going to pay it on the back end with final value fees. Now, what eBay's done, for those of you that have been on eBay for a while, or maybe you were selling on eBay, 5 or 6 years ago or 10 years ago, and you're coming back, eBay used to give far fewer free listings to the consumer seller. So you would only have a handful of free listings and then you would pay insertion fees. And they've really stopped that because what they see is by giving people more free listings, they're encouraging sellers to list. And they're bringing more inventory onto the site, which brings more buyers onto the site. So what you're seeing is now with the consumer accounts, they're giving you 250 free listings. And with the stores right now, they're actually giving bonus listings because what they're looking for is to bring more inventory onto the site.
That makes sense. Thank you so much. So it sounds like for a lot of people, that store is more beneficial. And that's actually my next question. It's one that we see a lot. It's one I personally get curious about. What are the other benefits? You mentioned promotions, tools. Like, when does one decide that they need an eBay store?
The thing with an eBay store, which sets it apart from the other sites, it's a little similar to some of the things that the Etsy shops offer, which is you have a promotional tool. So think about, like, I'm here in New York. So I think of like Macy's and Nordstrom. They run sales, right? You'll see it online, it's 20% off, 30% off. Sometimes it's limited time. Sometimes there's a coupon. Macy's used to do this a lot. It was the coupons in the newspapers, right? We were all clipping the coupons and running into the stores with our coupons. Well, what eBay's done is they facilitated that with the eBay store. When you have a store, and this is true whether it's a starter store, which is the very lowest level, which you can do for $7.95 a month, and I believe it's $4.95 if you do a year subscription, is I can run a sale. When you are on eBay and you see what's called slash pricing, which is you see that red slash through the price with a lower price, that seller has a store. That seller is running a sale. It incentivizes because I go, oh, look, a sale, right? And when you're going through eBay, because think about how many thousands and thousands of listings are in categories, like you with your top, eBay shirts, red t-shirts. I've got my coffee cup. I'm going through and I'm looking at black coffee mugs, and there's dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds. So one way to stand out is that slash pricing, because I'm running a 10% off sale or a 15% off sale. You control it. You control the percentage, you set it. You set the duration of the sale. So it's just like your Macy's, it's just like your Nordstrom, it's just like your Bergdorf's or Target. You set how long the sale will last, and you set what the discount is. You can also create coupons, which are very similar to sales. And right now, coupons are hot. eBay CEO Jamie Iannone has actually spoken about coupons publicly at meetings with investors and when they do what's called like the quarterly earnings reports. And he has mentioned many times how successful coupons are. There's literally, I think at this point, over 5 million shoppers have used I know it's amazing, seller generated coupons. And it's you create it, again, the seller's in charge. You create the discount, you create how long it's going to last. You decide which things you want to run it on. So maybe you want to run it on all your women's tops or all your bathing suits or whatever it is. And the great thing is you set it up and then it goes on to all those items. So with other sites where I might have to do things manually and I'm sending it out, is that coupon now sits, if it's a public coupon, on all those listings. So when Erin clicks on my listing for the cute little red bikini, she sees the coupon code, save summer savings or whatever it is. And then she can do it. And again, it helps to attract shoppers to your items. You see the coupon code. And again, the seller is completely in charge of it. Let's say you create a coupon code and it's hotter. It's so hot. Like you just sold $1,000 worth of bathing suits and you're like, oh, it's like, I'm going to stop this sale. I want to see if I can sell it at full price. You can end it. You can end the coupon. You just go in, you'll log into your promotions manager. You can pause the coupon. You can end the coupon. You're like, enough with the coupon, right? I don't know anybody that's done that. But again, you are in charge. eBay's not running it for you. It is doing what you have programmed it to do. But coupons are really, really hot right now.
It sounds like a lot of these tools, like the coupons and sales, and in addition to the reduced final value fees, almost make a store a no-brainer for anyone that's really trying to like effectuate daily sales. It sounds like it could pay for itself very quickly. Do you feel that way?
I totally agree. And the big thing is it moves your merchandise. I mean, we were talking about this, is yes, yes, yes list, right? But yes, 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 get it sold, get it out the door, get the cash in your pocket. Again, you want to watch your margins. And certain things are more long tail items, like typically vintage will be a longer tail item than more of a commodity than fun fashion or fun costume jewelry. But we're not in business if we're not selling. So how can I get this out the door? How can I get it into consumer hands that are going to value it and love it? And the thing with it is coupons, sales help drive the conversion. And get the items out the door, get the cash back in your pocket so that you've got it to reinvest or pay bills, or if like for you, decorate nurseries, whatever you want to say for your kids' college education. But it gets the money back in your pocket faster. And that's really what we're after, is how can I convert that as quickly as possible and still make good money?
Awesome. Yes, cool. And forgot to mention, you touched upon the free shipping supplies. That's very, very cool.
And that helps you because again, let's say I have, the starter store and I was looking at the different store levels. I mean, you're talking like you're getting with the starter store, if I remember correctly, I got to look at the prices. I think it's 29. Hang on a second. I had it pulled up so I could look at it. So basic store is $21.95 a month. Okay. And that's with the yearly subscription. And with that, you get a quarterly coupon, quarterly, not monthly, quarterly coupon for $25 in shipping supplies. Well, I just saved money on and the prices are good in the eBay shipping supplies store. It has to be ordered from eBay's official shipping supplies store. I just saved money on poly mailers. I just saved money on tape. I just saved money on boxes. They're giving that to me as part of my store subscription.
That's amazing. I mean, it's like giving you cash. We need those things to ship. That's really cool. Awesome. So definitely those are some considerations if you're thinking about an eBay store. But it sounds like a great way to scale your eBay.
It really is. It's a great way to move the inventory. It's like, again, running sales, using coupons. You have store categories. So literally, it's like you're having a retail store online. It's literally like, without having to build a website, is you have store categories so you can sort your items, women's dresses, women's tops, electronics. It gives you a lot of ability where you're literally creating like a mini website within the ebay.com, and it's got your name on it. So it's Erin's eBay store or whatever you want to name it. You don't want to use the word eBay. So Erin's boutique or whatever it is, but it's your branding. You can name it, what you like. You have a graphic area to create a header. It's like a mini website within ebay.com.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you.
Welcome.
Let's talk next about listing on eBay.
Sure.
The eBay listing form is a lot more complicated than pretty much every other marketplace. We have required information and then some optional item specifics. But really, I want to know, how optional are those item specifics? Because you hear so many different theories, right? Skip them, fill every single one out meticulously. How should we do it?
One is, if it's required, you must fill it out. And if I know Vendoo, it's not going to let you list it unless you have. So and the reason for that is that lets you know that this is very important to eBay search. So you should mentally sort of flag that in your brain to go, if this is required of this platform, it is for a reason. And what'll be required is things like brand. Well, that makes sense. You want to know if it's Adidas or Puma or Black and White or Betsy Johnson. It's going to want to know color. And I do encourage you to use the drop down, and Vendoo has this, use the drop down. Like, you don't put in royal blue, don't put in navy blue. You can put that in the title, you can put it in the description. But when eBay has a drop down, use what they're offering you. So blue is blue, green is green, red is red. Now, if it's aquamarine, if it's fuchsia, if it's neon, again, put it in the title, put it in the description, but use the drop-down menu. But note what they're requiring. And it's typical, it's size, it's going to be brand. For things like home decor, it might be style, it might be period, it might be different categories have different requirements. Then they have the recommended, and some of them honestly are a bit strange. Like, why for a Mother of the Bride dress are they offering me Barbie and Dora the Explorer? It's like, I don't know. I assume it's because it's really, some of them are a little weird, it's all clothing, and some of it might be themed. And for whatever reason, they haven't niched down the cocktail dresses. And maybe there's a Dora the Explorer cocktail dress out there somewhere. I haven't seen one, but you know what I mean? And eBay will figure it out because they're smart people. But when something does not apply, just skip it. But some of the drop downs are interesting. Like, you may look at it and go, this doesn't look like this has anything to do with my item, but click it. Like, there was one, if I remember correctly, it was something like theme, and this was for clothing. And it had like 20s, it had periods at the top. So it was like 1920s, 1930s. And I'm going, well, my stuff, this isn't vintage. This is a modern item. But if you click it down, honestly, it's a lot like the Posh tags, where you click it down, it has modern, it has hippie, it had like disco, it had, if I remember correctly, wedding, but there were different, elegant. It had things as grunge, if I remember correctly. As you went down the drop down, I went, oh, yeah, I could use that. I could use that. So look at some of the recommended, because what shows right up at the top, you may go like, this is dopey. I have no idea. But if you look at the whole list, then you go, aha. And for those like hippie, modern, or it could be the period, Edwardian, Victorian, that means people are searching for that. Mm-hmm. If it's there, even if it's recommended, it means somebody's searching for that. They're searching Edwardian blouse. They're searching modern, modern bracelet. They're searching drop earrings, whatever it is. And if it's a recommended requirement, that means eBay's surfacing enough searches for that if you know the answer, it's worth filling in, because somebody's searching, and that means that you will end up in more search filters. eBay has a lot more search filters than a lot of the marketplaces. Part of that is because of the way eBay search is designed, which is different than Posh. It's different than Macari. It's different than bebop, I was going to say bebop, is the search is different. So if you know it's worth filling in, now again, if it's a $9.99 item with free shipping, do not spend an hour with the recommended item specifics unless it's something that's like a multi-quantity. So let's say, okay, it's a $9.99 cute little costume jewelry bracelet, but I have 50 of them because somehow I got this killer deal and they're super trendy and they're super cute. Then it can be worth, you know, grabbing all the item specifics because I have a bunch of them and it's a multi-quantity listing. But otherwise, less expensive items, you know, let's get it moving so that we can get it sold. And if it's a higher priced item, you're going to want to spend more time on it.
So basically, all of those specifics will enhance your searchability.
Because they're filters.
Of course. Is it ever such that being too narrowed down, you know, if for season, I select summer and fall and not winter, is there ever a way that if I'm too niched or too narrow in my specifics that I'm actually hindering my searchability?
No, because if I wanted a sleeveless top and I'm going to wear it in winter, I'm going to search for a sleeveless top. And in my mind, like a sleeveless top is not a winter top.
Yeah.
Unless, and every now and then you'll see this, it's sleeveless, but it's that really thick cable knit and I'm going to be layering it, then I might do it for winter. But to do like a spaghetti top or a tube top and say that's a winter item, I'm going, no, I don't think so. But something like leggings, because I'm using it for layering, that might be spring and summer because it's lighter weight, but it also might be fall and winter because I'm layering it. So I think it's like being sensible. I do see people, and I know you're good on this too, is they really get spam, like on the theme. They'll click everything. It's hippie, it's funk, it's elegant, and it's not. And that is not a smart thing to do because if I'm searching for wedding and then these, I'm going to pick a really extreme, you know, something that's just not wedding comes up, you're not serving your item because what's happening is your item's getting an impression, it's getting a look by a customer that's not interested in that or looking for that. So you're getting shown to people that are not interested in your item and you don't want that. You want to be shown to people that would be interested in your item. So if I'm searching for a red t-shirt, yeah, they might show long sleeve shirt, they might show V-neck, they might, but you don't want to see red shoes. They're not looking for red shoes. They're looking for a red t-shirt. So fill in things that are appropriate.
Perfect. Thank you. I've always heard different theories on those.
Well, because what can happen, Erin, is your surface too much. This is a little deep in the weeds, but I know we have some more advanced sellers in here. If you're shown a lot and your item is not clicked, it can actually hurt you because what happens is eBay sees you as boring. So your item is getting surfaced a lot. They're showing it a lot, but it's not getting clicked. It will actually work against you because they think that there's something wrong with it. I mean, it's not like it's just the bots and the algorithms. They will notice, are you getting clicked? You do not, you know, getting shown is great. You want to be shown, it's like showing the house, right? You want the house to be shown, but you want it to be shown to people that are really looking for that kind of house and they're going to buy that. Not that are just sort of looking around the neighborhood and they want to see what all the houses look like.
I love that metaphor. That definitely helps to put a very complicated topic into a very clear perspective.
Just like on any of the platforms, you don't want to keyword spam is what you don't want to do because then you're not being shown and actually can hurt you. I think years ago, people did that for various reasons, but it actually hurts you with the algorithms. You don't want to do that on any platform.
Absolutely. So what about eBay titles? Titles are super important on eBay, especially because it's my understanding that the text in the actual written description does not yield in the search bar like it might on other platforms. So what does the perfect eBay title look like for a red shirt?
Absolutely. First of all, just to let you know, because I actually emailed the team on this because I always like double check everything. There is a search on eBay and you can actually do it yourself. If you look in the search bar, you can search for an item and there's a little tiny square and you can click it and it says include description. So it is worthwhile to put good keywords into your description. I was going to say, particularly if you're selling longer tail things, and I'm thinking particularly if you're selling more unusual vintage or collectible things. Like I'll get some really cool theater things every now and then. And the reason they're really collectible is because the star that was in the show, maybe how long the show, it has more of a story. So that can be worth including in a description. But for eBay titles, they are highly searched. eBay gives you 80 characters that includes spaces. You want to use as many as possible. There's data that 75 or longer is best. And I know that can be really hard with some things, but you can do things like scoop neck, even though yes, it's in your item specifics, short sleeve, the color. I'm trying to think of stuff like the home decor. You're going to say it's floral, it's roses. It's a bookcase. It's a remote for the model and you're giving the model number. The color, what is it made of? It's plastic. If you know, so again, if at all possible, 75 to 80 characters, and especially for those sellers that are doing clothing and are doing jewelry and really know all those great keywords that go with it. It's the neckline, it's the style, and maybe what the style is now, that shoppers are going to be looking for that kind of item. It's the sleeve. Is it draped? Is it gathered? Is it ruched? Is it lined? Lined matters to people. Some people like things that are lined. Some people don't like things that are lined. But you have 75 to 80 characters, use them. eBay actually says their terminology, if I remember correctly, robust titles. So use good keywords. That's what they're after, because that's how eBay knows what your item is. And it will help you show up again in relevant searches. You want your item to show to people that are going to buy your item. And that's what the keywords in the title will do. And it's important.
That is amazing. 75 characters. I've seen descriptions on platforms that aren't that long.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. Especially because eBay just works differently than some of the others. It sounds like any of those things could pick up, if you will, in the search.
And speaking of which, because we have people that are multi-channel sellers, do not put emojis in your titles, because I know on other platforms that remain unmentionable, some people like to do that. Don't, and I will tell you why. eBay search is very much like Google search. Google hates emojis. It will actually kill you in Google search to use emojis. So your little happy faces, use them on social media. Do not use them in your titles on eBay.
Really not anywhere do they have much benefit, and almost everywhere they have detriment. People insist that they do just fine with them, but you can't measure the volume that you don't have. So I'm with you on that. They register as those question marks in boxes.
And not only that, I mean, it depends on, I'm sure it depends on the item and how the items are being fed to Google, but Google says no special characters, and an emoji is a special character. And if Google's saying no, don't. Why? Don't do it. Again, enjoy it on social media. Don't do it in your listing titles, especially not in the title.
Yeah, I promise you, Google probably knows more than most of us.
I know. Let's hope.
So what about the other fields on the listing form? We've got shipping, returns, payment options, promotion. I mean, it's just so much. eBay shipping is so overwhelming. It's more complicated, which in some ways is more opportunity, in every way is more opportunity. So we love that. But based on my conversations with users, it's one of the biggest roadblocks. I don't sell on eBay yet because shipping. So can you please tell us a little bit about the options and what you recommend?
Really, it's keep it simple. If something is really, like I look at like other sites where they're giving you a flat rate, what can actually hurt you is, and I was thinking about this, if it's something that's like a 4 ounce or a 5 ounce or 6 or 7 ounce blouse, and I'm paying $8 shipping, I may not be the happiest camper. The great thing with eBay is you control the shipping. So one is you really do want to get a postage scale. They're not a lot of money. You can get them on eBay. They're like $16, $17. Get one. They will pay for themselves. It's a business write-off. When you list things, you take the item, take it with the poly mailer, the box, whatever, and everything that you're going to be doing, because this is like #1 beginning shipping mistake, especially on fragile items. So if it's a beautiful, unique collectible that's going to have to be bubble wrapped, take the collectible item, take the amount of bubble wrap you think you're going to use, add more bubble wrap because you're going to end up using more bubble wrap, take the box, put it on the scale. And I recommend going up a couple of ounces because inevitably things are heavier than you think. Okay. That's the weight. Okay. And basically things are under a pound, or then you go like 1 to 4 pounds or heavier. But basically most clothing is under a pound unless it's like a big coat, big pair of shoes or boots that are heavy. Most clothing is under a pound as far as tops and stuff. Jeans can go in, and I should have some around here. Padded flat rate mailers are like my friend. These you get on the USPS website. They're free. Okay, go on the USPS website. There's a lot of free shipping supplies. They need to be used for what they're supposed to be used. So this is a padded flat rate mailer. This is not to be used other ways. But your blue jeans will fit in here. So then I can do the blue jeans in the padded flat rate mailer. Ballerina flats will fit in a padded flat rate. You'd be surprised what you can fit in a padded flat rate mailer. But start with things that are easy, like clothing. You've got your poly mailers because you're shipping other places. Put it on the scale so you know how much it is. Go up maybe a couple of ounces, and don't forget thank you cards and stuff if you're putting them in. Now you know. So you go on eBay, you're using Vendoo, you're going to set up your business policies on shipping. So maybe you have the shipping policy for tops because your tops are all like around 10, 11, 12 ounces. You're going to have your shipping policy for blue jeans because they're going to go in padded mailers. And start with your lighter things until you sort of like get the hang of it. Then you start to do the bigger, heavier things. I have one friend who ships the most gorgeous, unique, fabulous collectibles around the globe, but they've been doing it for 25 years. They are experts at shipping, but they started with simpler things. And then as you, like anything, it's like working out at the gym, right? You don't start with the 50-pound barbells. Otherwise you'll never go back to the gym. You know, you start with the 10, 15-pound dumbbells and I'm doing my reps. Okay, now we're strong enough with this. And then you go up the next step. So start with lighter, start with poly, start with under a pound, go on the USPS website. What I did when I first started, I literally ordered like some of everything. So I ordered some regional A's, regional B's, flat rate mediums, large, so I could get an idea. Also go check out a site called Pirate Ship. You can do what's called cubic weight, which is particularly helpful when you're doing heavy stuff. But start with the easy stuff. Don't start with the hard stuff. And a lot goes in poly mailers or again, just regular padded mailers, which of course you have because you have your eBay shipping supplies coupon. You have your nice eBay padded mailers because a lot fits in these, but weigh it. That's the big thing, is weigh it. So if it's coming up 11 ounces on your scale, go up to like 12 or 13. I always round up. You never want the rude awakening the other way. You print your eBay shipping through eBay shipping. It's super easy, just like other sites. So you've sold something, yay. Your phone will cha-ching, which is a lot of fun because it'll just, and be careful if you take your phone into the bedroom at night because it will wake you up at night with cha-chinging. You can print your shipping label through eBay, which is great because your tracking is immediately uploaded. They get an email from eBay, it's on its way. You don't need to, if you have blue mailboxes, it can go into a blue mailbox. Here in the city, we have to take it to post offices or have people pick it up. And you're good to go, but keep it easy, keep it simple. And Erin, you explain, because you set up the shipping policies inside of Vendoo, right?
Well, you set them up right in your seller hub the way you would.
Right.
And Vendoo incorporates them. Yep.
Yes.
Once you establish the policies for your shipping, your payments and returns, which I love what you just suggested, one for each type of item. Genius.
Yes.
I just have them for items of different weights. How much easier would it be?
You can do that too. Again, whatever works for you. But if you know what sizes you carry, again, if you carry a huge range, so I might carry plus sizes all the way down to extra small. But then again, I might do like extra small to medium tops, medium to XL. Yeah.
I love that. But then once you create those, yes, those are available in Vendoo, the list to choose from, and you can even default your most used to make for even faster listing. So I love that. And I love keeping it simple. That's
totally.
So, and I'm surprised to see so much USPS, that's how you ship. So do you recommend first class under a pound, priority thereafter, or do you give your buyers all the choices?
I've been at it a while, so I do choices. I'm big on choices. And by the way, for eBay, because of the way eBay has their commercial pricing set up, a pound and under, you can ship first class, which you cannot at the post office. So you can put something in as a pound and you can do it as first class. When you go, just in case this ever happens to you, when you go to print it, it'll actually print it, if I remember correctly, it's 15.9 or something like that. But the post office will actually recognize it as a pound. So it's another way to save your shoppers money. Yes, I'm big on upgrades, particularly as we're going to go towards fourth quarter, is anything first class, I offer them priority. Anything priority, I'll also offer priority express. And sometimes I'll do priority express on first class because sometimes people want it. We talked about this. I mean, whatever it is, they need it right away. Like it's a party dress. It's like, oh my gosh, the party's this weekend. I forgot to shop. They will pay. I've had people message me, can you ship this today? And they're going to pay priority express. They're going to pay $50 shipping on like a $40 dress because they don't have time to go to the store or they don't want to go to the store. And you get the
I would personally only pay that if it had Dora the Explorer on the cocktail dress. That's hilarious.
Well, actually, we were talking about it. If you're selling baby stuff, this actually happened to a family member where if you're doing baby blankets, baby toys, which is a huge category on eBay, by the way, all things baby is huge, is the baby blanket was lost. And just because we're going into summer, people lose the baby blankets and they lose their baby toys while they're traveling because it gets left in the airport, it gets left. And then the parents are like, because they want the blanket or the toy for the child, they will pay express shipping to get that blanket overnight, to get the stuffed toy overnight, because the child misses it so much.
As a mom, I can relate. Right? If Mr. Turtle went missing, we'd be in trouble. All right, and here's my next question. Let's talk about returns. I know that some subscriptions require them, and most sellers that I've talked to say that they accept them because the alternative, someone trying to open an INAD and it being approved, is like so detrimental that you pretty much might as well just allow them. Is that your theory? Do you allow them, and why or why not?
At the beginning, and I've been selling for a while, I mean, everybody hates returns. Who says they like returns? Is because it's like you have to refund them. I do it because it builds buyer confidence, and particularly if you're newer to eBay and you let's say you have under 100 feedback, I'm coming to look at your item and you might have a great listing, but immediately I'm going to look at the listing, I'm going to look at the pricing, and then I'm going to look at your feedback. Okay, so I look at your feedback. So far you've ticked off all the boxes. I like the item. Decent price, I like your feedback, and then I'm going to look at the return policy. Now, I'm an experienced eBay shopper, so I know if I want to, I can force a return, but I don't want to. I want that if there's something wrong, it just doesn't look right, it just doesn't fit right. Again, we all know this with the computer monitors. I buy the blue pen, it comes, and you know what? It's not really blue, it's green, because just the way it looks on the monitor, it's not the fault of the seller. It's just the way it is. I want to be able to return it without a big hassle. We all know, Amazon, that you get the item, you're unhappy, you just click it, you get a return label, you slap it on the package, and it's back. And at least here in the city, if it's Prime, when they scan it, I have my money back already. Mm-hmm. And we know that eBay isn't Amazon, and we know the other sites aren't Amazon, but that's what shoppers are used to. So I really don't think, yes, you have some bad apples out there, and that's true on any site. And certain categories seem to attract bad apples more. Like electronics, you really got to be careful. And there's things that you can do. And if you sell a lot of electronics, ask me some questions and I'll give you some tips. They get the shirt and it just doesn't fit right. You know what I mean? The neckline is a little drapey, or it's a little tight under the arms, or whatever it is that they can easily return it. They haven't trashed it. They haven't dragged it around the house. So I do 30-day returns, buyer pays return shipping. The category that I do free returns, and don't laugh, is men's clothing. Because what I have found is the gentlemen very rarely return. Now I don't sell a lot of men's clothing, full disclosure. And the ones that I get are usually sort of unique, vintage, sort of collectible-y kind of things. I put all the measurements in. Because with vintage collectible, the size could be a little different. Literally, I think 1 in 10 years, a guy has returned something, as opposed to the ladies, They do. Again, it's a little tight here. It doesn't quite fit there. Or again, the home decor, they get it. It's not really the color red they thought. They didn't think the placemat was smaller, even though you had all the measurements. So 30 days, buyer pays return. And this is the one thing. If you find you have a category that you get quite a few returns. So let's say you sell a lot of pens, and for some reason the pens come back, like 1 out of 7 or 8 is coming back. One, really look at your listing. Why is it coming back? Are my pictures the best? And this is not about pointing fingers. It's about let's be the best sellers that we can be. Look at my pictures. Do I need to add more measurements? Like, are you constantly getting a question like they want the length from the shoulder to the wrist, or they want the dimension of the pen or whatever it is? Put it in the listing. If you're getting returns and people are always saying it's greener than they thought or bluer than they thought, yeah, they could be making up stories, but perhaps you need to go back and redo the pictures. So just sort of keep that in mind. But if it's a high return category like electronics, I have a friend who sells cell phone cases, is you don't do free shipping, because if you do, or you're going to have to build it into your price margin, when you get the item back, you have to give them all their money back. Unless they damaged it, and that's another story. So if the pen is $9.99 free shipping, and it's buyer pays return shipping because they changed their mind or didn't like it, and I get it back, there's nothing wrong with it. I can still, sell it. If it was $9.99 free shipping, I have to refund $9.99. If it was $4.99 with $5 shipping, I only have to refund $4.99.
Ooh, good to know.
So yeah, if you very rarely get returns on the item, like this, the pen comes back once every 5 years, I'll do free shipping. Why? Because eBay likes free shipping, buyers like free shipping, eBay's Best Match likes free shipping. Why not? But if it's something that comes back, like maybe frequently enough that I don't want to have to pay, the whole item back, then don't do free shipping, do paid shipping, but always offer returns. There are a few categories you don't, which is like if you're selling gold and bullion, things like that, just because of the fluctuation in price and currency. But otherwise, always take returns. It's just, you'll get more sales that way. And thankfully, most of the sellers on eBay, just like all sites, are great. And yes, you do get some stinkers. If you get a stinker, you block them, you alert eBay, deal with them and get rid of them and move on.
And those honestly happen everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's not unique to eBay.
No, and then
in fact, they might happen less there depending on what you're selling than they would on
and you get wonderful sellers. You will get people that tell you, I remember selling something right at the beginning of the pandemic to somebody, and they sent me the most lovely, because they were just going through, they were just so grateful and so happy because I expedited shipping on something for them. So you get the sweetest, kindest, loveliest notes.
That's amazing. All right. How does Vendoo, and I'm skipping a few things here because I see them coming in the Q&A and because we are a little bit short on time, but I'd like to know how Vendoo helps you as an eBay seller.
This is full confession. So I'm selling on eBay, and I'm like, eBay. And it's like, okay, we're going to become a cross-channel seller. Let's, try some other channels. And I was copying and pasting. I was telling Erin this. I thought I was being very smart. Like, I'm not going to pay for any of these listing services, like enough already. And then I forget who started telling me about Vendoo. And I'm like, okay, I'll try this out. It saves so much time. I mean, and I'm a fast copier and paster. I'm sure everybody is. And Vendoo just keeps getting better and better and better. But literally the upload time, and it's, your listing's there, and then you just do whatever little tweaking you want to do. But it's literally seconds. It is so fast. And time is money. And if Vendoo's able to save me half an hour a week, an hour a week, depends how much you're listing and how much tweaking you're doing. Let's say Vendoo only is saving you an hour and a half a week. I can do a lot with an hour and a half a week. An hour and a half a week is sourcing, it's listing, it's social media, it's time with my family, it's sleep.
We all could use more of that.
And you think about what your time is worth, and you really got to think about that. So let's say, even pay yourself minimum wage, which here in the city, I think now is like 15 an hour. If I'm saving myself 15, 20 a week, because I'm saving myself an hour, It's totally worth it. Plus, I'm getting more sold so that I've invested that money in the inventory and I'm getting the cash back and my margin faster. So it's like having an assistant. It's
Oh
great.
yeah.
It's
For
so
not
fun.
just eBay, but for
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, it's so fast.
So now before we take questions, we've got 2 games. The first one is fact or myth. And we're going to keep these super simple. It's either a fact or a myth.
Girl. Okay.
We'll elaborate in the questions. I'm going to ramble off 10 of the most common things I hear about eBay. And you're going to tell me fact or myth. And if you're in the audience, guess in the chat or give your opinion in the chat too. Okay. Number 1, eBay is so much more difficult to use than all of the other reselling platforms.
Myth.
Myth. Okay. Number 2, you have to price so much lower on eBay because there's so many sellers.
Myth. I love your acting, by the way. You're very good, Erin.
Dramatic. Number 3, scammers are more common on eBay than everywhere else.
No, myth.
Number 4, eBay is super strict.
Myth.
Ooh. 5, eBay raises your fees if you cancel too many sales.
True.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Careful of that, guys. Use Vendoo to delist when you sell. Number 6, eBay sides with buyers.
Hang on a second. It's you said if you cancel sales, correct? Not delist, relist.
Cancel sales.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So then I was suggesting use Vendoo's delist feature when you make a sale so we get it off of eBay quickly. Yeah. Just trying to throw a little shameless promo.
Thank you. I just want to make sure I was saying correctly.
Number 6, eBay always sides with buyers if they open a case.
No, myth. And I can give you stories on that.
Ooh. Number 7, eBay hates stock photos.
True.
Number 8, you don't need an eBay store subscription to be successful.
True.
Number 9, you need to fill out every single little item specific.
Myth.
I love all the responses coming in. This is awesome. Number 10, global shipping is not worth the headache.
Oh, myth.
Oh my, that one got a big reaction. So that one we can elaborate on. Global shipping, worth it?
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? Exposure all over the world. And they make it easy, correct?
And you can do it a bunch of different ways. And again, I'm all from the school of find what works for you. So if you're nervous, I was very nervous when I first started global shipping. And honestly, if you used to global ship years ago, it has changed dramatically. It is much easier to ship around the world, yay world, than it was years ago. And that's also because of upgrades with the USPS. So with eBay, you can ship yourself with USPS, and for most countries, the customs form now is pre-filled. It's not like years ago where you're spending half an hour filling out these forms. Then eBay has 2 global shipping programs. So if you're nervous, you're like, I really don't want to be shipping all these places. Yeah, is you can do what's called eBay International Standard, EISD, and just search it on the internet, you'll find it. And then eBay also has global shipping program, which is what most people are familiar with. Global shipping is the most expensive because it's door-to-door tracking and all the fees, the customs and duties are paid in advance. And the buyer is paying all this. You're not paying this. But if you are a nervous seller, which I was at the beginning, eBay really has your back with global shipping. It has the most coverage. So you ship the lovely eBay thing across the country and it goes to England or goes to Italy or wherever, and it arrives damaged. Your buyer contacts you. The thing has arrived damaged. They open an item, has come here damaged, and eBay refunds the money. If you have shipped through global shipping, eBay pays for it. You keep the money.
Wow.
Because you did your job. You're shipping, by the way, you ship to a shipping hub. So when you sell through global shipping, you'll be getting this label and it goes to a Pitney Bowes hub in Kentucky. So you're very fragile, very valuable $500 mug that you sold to Italy is going to Kentucky. As soon as it gets to Kentucky, you're home free. Then it's eBay's responsibility to get it from Kentucky to Italy or Slovakia or wherever it's going. It's their business. And if it arrives any kind of problem, eBay pays. eBay International Standard is much cheaper. I find it's really good for Canada. It's actually cheaper than USPS, but you really don't have that much coverage. So if something happens, you're sort of stuck. So I'm actually in the process of doing an insurance claim, so we'll see what happens. Sort of like dealing with the USPS sometimes. But if you sell enough, and if you rarely have a problem, which I don't, I've literally sold with international standard, I think for over 2 years now. This is the first problem I've had. So even if I have to eat it on this item, it's $35, I've still come out ahead. So if I'm nervous, my stuff's expensive, do global shipping because you're just shipping to Kentucky. If you're a little more adventuresome, look at EISD. Otherwise, you can ship it yourself. Again, if the item's like over 100 or if it's really fragile, you might take a look at, and there's services that eBay's got where you can add extra insurance, just like anything, and see if it's worth it to you to add the extra insurance for the peace of mind. Typically, your sales will increase 20 to 25% when you start to ship globally.
Wow, 20 to 25%. So think of what you made last year on eBay. And if you're not global shipping, add 25%. Let's add 35 because now you're a better reseller than you were then too.
And it's fascinating what's sell, because there'll be some things where, like, let's say here in the States, like you don't even, they're not even asking for a deal. So let's say you have best offer, if you're used to haggling and everything, they're paying full price because this is such an in-demand item in Slovakia, Russia, wherever you're shipping. They're thrilled to get it. And even paying the shipping is so much cheaper than if they tried to get it in their own country, or they cannot get it in their own country.
Good point. Thank you. Perfect. All right. So now we have prizes, the fun part, right? Then we'll take questions for Kathy. So this is how our trivia is going to work. These are the rules, right? Right now, everyone in the chat, don't hit send, but put your email address. If you're a Vendoo user, put your Vendoo email address. Put your email address and copy that. To enter a trivia answer submission, it will include your answer and your email. So we're going to copy and paste our email so we can get them both in there. I'm going to read a question. At the end of my sentence, I'll say go. The first correct response after I say go, that pops into the chat, that includes the correct answer and your email, judged by Team Vendoo and the way they appear, because the chat's going crazy, that's the winner. Answer email. So have your email ready. Don't give them to me yet. They got to go with the right answer in one line. All right. So number one. Actually, we'll rotate. So I'll read number one. Number one, in which year was eBay founded? Go. All right. Wow, you guys are fast. Okay, I definitely see at least one correct answer. Team Vendoo is looking too. From my screen, it looks like it is Maria. What is the final verdict, Team Vendoo? Team Vendoo, Maria, Red Army WA. Congratulations. We will reach out to you, Maria. All right. Do you want me to read number two, Kathy?
Go. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I didn't mean to say go. Yes.
Number two. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I didn't even tell you what you're winning. How did that escape my mind? I was so excited. All of these winners, Maria and everyone else, are winning so much. First, eBay has been kind enough to donate merch packs, summer fun merch packs that include a water bottle, and a beach towel. And then
eBay sunglasses.
And eBay sunglasses. And Vendoo has donated a merch pack with tons of fun merch. And you will receive a free month of Vendoo. So all 6 of you winners, Maria and the 5 to come, get eBay merch, Vendoo merch, and a free month of Vendoo. Okay, anyways, now that you know what you're actually winning. Number 2, have your email ready so your answer contains the answer in the email. Wait till I say go. Number 2, what is the top selling category on eBay? Go. Look how fast they are, Kathy.
It's amazing.
It is literally amazing. Oh my goodness. I mean, they're just coming in. They're just coming in. Do we have an official answer? I'm looking.
I saw somebody up at the beginning who got it.
Terry is the winner. Electronics. Congratulations, Terry.
Congratulations, Terry.
Number 3, have your email ready. What is the most expensive item that has ever sold on eBay? Go. I see the answer is yacht. We will accept boat. So, so whoever got that first, Team Vendoo is going to review the chat. Let's see. The answer, though, is a yacht. A yacht sold on eBay for $168 million.
That's some final value fee, Erin.
And we'll see what Team Vendoo says. Team Vendoo, Leon, yes, Leon. Congratulations, Leon. Okay, we've got a couple more. Number 4, and have your email ready. Where is eBay's US corporate headquarters? Go.
You want the city?
The city. I'm not sure that. Oh, I've seen it. Yep.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep, we've got it. The answer is San Jose, and Team Vendoo will review the chat and determine a winner.
And they do have offices, by the way. So San Jose, Seattle, San Francisco, Utah, and I forget which town. I think it's Draper, Utah, Boston, and New York City.
Wow, you're just like a walking eBay trivia, huh? That's incredible. She just knows that, guys. And Team Vendoo, the answer is
Lynn.
Lynn. Lynn loves to TVL at Yahoo. Congratulations. 2 more for Vendoo merch, eBay merch, and a free month of Vendoo. Number 5. What was eBay called before it was named eBay? Go. These are some very creative answers. I don't know that
I saw it.
You saw it?
Yep.
The answer is Auction Web. That was the original eBay before it was officially named eBay. And Team Vendoo is going to find the first answer after the word
go. eBay was all auctions, just for people to know. There was no fixed price. There was no buy it now. Everything was, and if you might remember this, Sunday night was the big night. Like people would get on their computers. It was like entertainment, watching all the auctions, go up and up and up and up and up.
That is cool. Congratulations to Autumn who got that right. And our last trivia question. It's a fun one.
This is hard.
It's a little hard. I thought it was too hard, so I simplified it a little, remember? Okay. The eBay song by Weird Al is a parody using the melody from an early 2000s hit by which musical group? Go.
She got it.
Someone got it?
Yep.
Looking for
the
people got it.
Boys. I thought that was hard. Good for you guys.
That is awesome.
I love it. The monkeys.
Team Vendoo will give us the first person that got that after the word go.
Good work, everybody.
That is good work. And as a reminder, congratulations to our 6 winners. We will reach out to you to confirm your address, provide you with your free month code. But I also want to remind everyone that you're all a winner tonight with the code eBay40. You receive 40% off your first month of Vendoo. And we have an official winner in, Erin. Great name, girl. Erin Lynn McLean at gmail.com. Congratulations to all of you. So we are a little bit over time, so we are going to take questions, but not too many, just in respect for Kathy. I do want to say that Kathy does offer eBay mentoring services. You can find her on Instagram. What's your handle, Kathy?
Love to be selling. So it's LOVE number 2 be selling. And you can look on my website. I love to be selling.com, but feel free. I've got tons of free tips. You guys grab them. It's my pleasure to help you out with your eBay selling.
Awesome. So now I'm going to go to the Q&A and I'm going to read some of these. I'm going to, if they have
short.
If they have been answered live, I will skip
Yeah.
them. Okay. Do you get better SEO in eBay? Do your listings rank higher in the search engine if you have a source subscription? Great question.
No, and that's an excellent question. However, caveat, if you have a store subscription, typically you'll be listing more listings bring in more eyeballs because of course you're creating beautiful optimized listings. And the other thing is with a store subscription, you're most likely using a lot of the cool tools, promotional tools that will help you rank higher in search. But just by signing up for a store by itself, your listings do not get any kind of boost in search.
That is a caveat. That's good to know. Awesome. Someone asked where they can find the packaging freebies because they do have a store, but they didn't know. Is that in the official eBay shipping store, Kathy?
Go in your seller hub. Hang on a second. I'll look at mine. Go in your seller hub. And when you go in seller hub, and Paula, I know you're on the line, so you're going to help me with this too. Go look under marketing in seller hub. And the very last one says subscriber discounts. You're going to click it. And you will see eBay shipping supplies and your coupon is there. You have to be basic store or higher, none for starter. And it is quarterly, it's not monthly.
Thank you. Someone asked about promotions. Is promoting your item at the recommended percent worth it, Kathy?
Promoted listings has 3 variations. There's promoted listings express, which is for auctions. There's promoted listing standard, which is what most people use. And there's promoted listing advanced, which is pay per click, which is very advanced. We'll do a whole nother webinar just on that. Promoted listing standard is offered when you are above standard and you've been on the site, I believe it's 90 days. Typically, the rate that they suggest is high. We love eBay. So if they're saying to you 5 or 6%, consider perhaps 2 or 3%. You used to be able to promote at 1%. They're taking that away as of July 11th, if I remember correctly. So everything will be 2% or higher. But you got to consider if they're recommending 10 or 11%, and that means other people are paying that much, and you're only going to give them 2, you might want to go up a little bit higher because 2 when they want 11 it's sort of like haggling. It's a little low, but to give them 11, I don't think that's necessary, but maybe 3 or 4. If they want 5, give them 2 or 3. Always like a little bit less, and then test it. Test it for a couple weeks, for a month, and see what your results are.
That's the best advice you can give anyone, right? Because we all hear, eBay is like everywhere. We all hear people with different theories, different methods, and it works for some and not others. So
and it'll depend on your category, because you'll find that one thing works with women's clothing, another with men, another thing with knickknacks. Also, when people share their magic pills, everybody's got different price points. So one thing might work very well for luxury, something else works better for moderate. I know it's challenging, but you're better off to jump in and make some choices and test it. You can also split test. So let's say I do luxury handbags, do half at one level and then half at another level, and see where I get the best results.
Absolutely. I want to let everyone in the chat know that asked a Vendoo specific question that while this is a Vendoo webinar and we're so happy to take your questions, that I'm going to have you address those with our help button or on our Facebook group, only because in respect for Kathy's time, the eBay expert, I want to get some eBay answers. So this is a super valuable webinar, and us at Team Vendoo work 7 days a week to give you Vendoo answers. So respectfully, I am skipping Vendoo related questions, but don't hesitate to contact us. Our customer service team will answer every single one. Is it good to delist and relist? I'll ask you this though, because it is eBay. Is it good to delist and relist, or to let your listings auto renew, Kathy?
When something are unique collectibles, what's called a long tail item, and you should have a pretty good idea of that. And if you don't, eBay gives you TerraPick, which is a research tool for free. Is take a look at what the sales trends are on that item. Again, some things typically sell within a couple of weeks. Other things will take longer. Typically with eBay, and it's because of the way eBay search works and because eBay's feeding you to Google. Also, eBay has what's called an API, which other sites don't. Amazon has an API, Etsy has an API, eBay has an API. And because of that, it can take several weeks for your item to rank with Google. So what you do want to, what typically you want to do is let your item run for at least a couple of months. And go in and look at your item specifics, look at your title. Like if your title is 3 words, you do want to go in and add some more words. in your seller hub, you can look at your listing views, and eBay now filters out bots. This is a big change in the past month. Take a look at your views. If you have one view, you need to go and take a look at your listing. Unless it's something very unusual. Like I sell some very unusual theater stuff, and I may only have one view because it's very unusual. And I may be able to sell it with only 4 views because it's very unusual. But if you're selling trendy, hip, cool clothing and you have one view, you need to go take a look at your item specifics and your title and your pictures.
That makes sense. And you know what? That's awesome that eBay gives you that feature that others,
Yes.
you know. I'm seeing so many questions here in the Q&A that says, how do you do shipping this? How do you set shipping up this? What you're going to want to do is in your eBay Seller Hub, create a shipping policy, or many, like Kathy said. That's where, because so many people are saying, how do I toggle this on? That is where.
Vendoo has if you're a Vendoo user, there's videos on
Creating your eBay policies,
right?
Yes. Good. Team Vendoo, could we please get in the chat the video about how to create eBay policies and incorporate those into Vendoo? Pretty please. It's also available on our help center under eBay resources and under marketplace resources. Can tell I spend a lot of time working in our Vendoo help center. Someone asked again, Kathy, about where they can find you. So let's put in the chat again your handle and website as well. So your
also, handle, if you Google me, if you search me, you will find me. I'm a good girl on social media, and I Google very well. So if you my name, you will find me. And thank you. And please follow me on Instagram. You're welcome to DM me there.
Okay. Do you think eBay will ever require immediate payment on accepted offers?
Yes. And they've actually talked about this. Jamie Iannone's brought it up twice publicly, which is nice. You have to realize that before managed payments, eBay was on PayPal, which means somebody else is controlling the money. And without going too deep in the weeds, it just gets complicated. Now that eBay controls the money with managed payments, they keep saying it is coming. You just have to realize that anything to do with money is very complicated with a ton of encryption and everything they have to do. But yes, it is coming with immediate payment being required on offers and auctions.
Amazing. Amazing. I want to thank everyone so much for coming. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say 2 things. I want to thank everyone so much for coming. I do want to say that this recording will be available in our Facebook group. So find us Vendoo / a seller's best friend. I want to definitely encourage you to visit Kathy's Instagram and website. Team Vendoo just dropped links right to both. Kathy, I want to thank you so much. It is always such a pleasure. And with that, I want to leave anything you'd like to say to our, also thank you to eBay for the merch, and thank you to Team Vendoo for hosting this. With that, Kathy, any closing words, extra tips, tricks, or info to share?
I really want to say is think like a buyer. If something seems to be selling slow or it's not selling as fast as you want, is really think about, if I was going to be buying this, how would I search for it? It can be hard because it's our item and we know it. But if somebody's looking for that red shirt, that hat, that mug, that bottle, what would they be looking for? And make sure those words are in your title and your description. And again, with the pictures, and what's great is eBay gives you 12, just to let you know, we used to have to pay for pictures. If you've been around eBay, oh yes, they gave you like a couple and then you had to pay for more. It's a whole nother story. Is show all the angles, because that will help you too, because I know there's some concern with returns, so that I see what the side of it looks like, what the back of it looks like. Even with the mug, if it's the same thing on both sides, show me it's the same thing on both sides. If there's an imperfection, call it out. Think like a buyer. And truly, eBay is remarkable. You truly can start a business with your closet, just pulling stuff out, and your kitchen cabinets, and you can grow and scale a 6-figure business. It is that amazing. And you're reaching a global community from your living room, your kitchen, your garage, wherever it is your eBay space. And it's a very seller-friendly community. Truly, eBay loves its sellers. It values its sellers. It has come light years in its customer service for its sellers. So please, please, please enjoy selling on eBay. It's a blast. And you name it, you can sell. I sell TV remotes on eBay. Is that you will have so much fun selling on eBay. Thank you for joining us. I really want to give a shout out to Vendoo, because Vendoo is remarkable. They truly embrace all the platforms. They're really about empowering us as sellers so that we can have the selling business that we want. And for some of you, that's going to be eBay. You're going to be like, yay, eBay. And for other people, you're going to find, I love eBay. eBay's cool, but really my main money is somewhere else. That's fine. I think the point of online selling now, it's changed so much. Find where you flourish. Find where you like it. You know, certain platforms you go, oh, this is me. And other platforms you go, this is not me. But enjoy wherever you're selling because there's fabulous buyers. Vendoo enables you to choose all these different platforms and enjoy it. And you can grow it and you can let it be whatever you want it to be.
Well, should work for eBay with that description. I've never been so motivated or gotten goosebumps when someone's described to me anything about eBay. Kathy, your expertise, everything you've shared, your thoroughness is so appreciated. I can't wait to watch this over and over and learn how to make the sales on eBay that I can make everywhere else. Thank you so much for your time. Please, everyone, be sure to follow Kathy. She does offer one-on-one coaching and mentoring, and she has so many resources on her website.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Vendoo.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Vendoo. Thank you, everyone. We'll have this recording available. Thanks for participating. I had a blast tonight, and we'll see you next time with another webinar. Bye, reseller friends.